last but certainly not least, G2 Brown, who's a member of the Diet LSC and a community activist, is going to tell you what's really going on.
Okay. So when we ask ourselves, when we hear our schools labeled as low performing, the public has to begin to ask the question, why? Why do our schools struggle? What we have learned, and we ask you as members of the press to have the courage to investigate, that you can look all over the city of Chicago and see how performing schools have been destabilized by Chicago Public Schools. In the Bronzeville community, Fuller School was a rising star school within Chicago Public Schools. Arnie Duncan himself used to bring people to Fuller to say, this is how you develop an urban elementary school. And then when Raymond closed in 2006, when Donahue closed in 2005, those students were pushed into Fuller School with no resources. And now Fuller is one of the lowest performing schools in the area. In the case of Woodson, Woodson was the #1 school in the region up to 3 years ago, until the University of Chicago Charter School cohabitated the campus, and they took the resources from Woodson, and now Woodson is one of the lowest performing schools in the area. When will we ask the question why and stop accepting the stereotype about black and brown children? We love our children as much as anybody else. As much as anybody else. And now, have the courage to pressure them like you pressure us. Have the courage to ask them, why is only 1 out of 5 of your schools performing, even though there's selective enrollment? Even though you got the audacity to pick and choose, why is only 1 out of 5 of your schools performing? Because you don't know what you're doing. Community wisdom plus academic expertise equals school improvement. You cannot claim to love these children if you hate their parents, if you despise the neighborhoods they come from. So, as a local school council member at Diet, who has watched Diet be sabotaged, even though in 2008, on 51st and King Drive, Diet had the biggest increase of students going to college in District 299, and the area officer punished Diet instead of supporting Diet, who has witnessed the disinvestment in Diet when King became a college prep and received a $25 million donation, and Diet didn't even have honors classes. No, the gig is up. The shell game is over. So we're going to tell you, on behalf of the Kenwood Oakland Community Organization, we don't care what your vote is upstairs. You are not getting Diet. You are not getting Fuller. You are not getting Price. And the spirit that we are feeling around this city is that you are not getting none of those schools. On top of that, parents have submitted proposals to improve their schools, and to show your arrogance, you've ignored those parents' proposals. You've ignored them. Parents in Bronzeville worked for 18 months, secured partnerships with academic experts on how to transform Diet and 5 of its feeder schools, and you have ignored the parents' participation. So what the parents have empowered me to tell you is that unless you're ready to drag each and every parent up out of their schools, you're not getting it.